Well, here's a big story. Disgraced media mogul Sean Diddy Combs now on suicide watch in a Brooklyn detention center as he faces damning charges with a maximum sentence of life in prison. Things are getting real. Police arresting Combs last week on charges including racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. He has pled not guilty. Now, the indictment reveals that Diddy organized, allegedly, sex performances known as freak-offs, and that during a March raid, authorities discovered drugs, AR-15s, and excessive amounts of baby oil and lubricant in his home. A lot of people talking about that. Diddy is sitting in this detention center we went and visited this week, where the conditions have been described as hell on earth. New York's Metropolitan Detention Center, known as the MDC, it's notorious for mice, maggots, inmate violence, power outages, even a death or two. Diddy is sleeping on a steel bed with a 1.5-inch mattress and no pillow. It's certainly a far cry from the LA and Miami mansions that he's used to. Joining me now to discuss all of this is the hip-hop cop. His name is Derrick Parker. You've written a book by the same name. Thank you so much for being here. And you have a lot of experience with Diddy because you were part of the arrests back in the 90s.
Yes,
previous
I was.
ones. So what went through your mind when this all went down, and now he's been denied bail twice?
Well, I knew this was going to happen. As soon as they raided the house in Miami, once the feds raid your house, there's always things that are going to come next. And one was the arrest. They had a lot of evidence that they were compiling against him, and they put it all together, and then they went after, and now he surrendered with his attorneys to the Southern District to be arrested, and now he's been charged with his indictment.
Knowing his personality as you do, because you've been around him, do you think in his mind he thought, okay, I'm going to surrender, I'll get out on bail. No problem, I've got a lot of money, we're going to offer up a lot of things here. And there was a bail package that was offered, $50 million, his mansion, his mother's house, but it didn't work.
I think the bail package that he presented was something that he thought would work, and it looked enticing. But the Southern District was like, no, we're not going to have that. We're going to make sure that, you stay, and we're going to influence the judges as well and tell them our reasoning why we feel you shouldn't be out. So his bail package didn't work. He got denied twice by 2 different judges. So he might go a third time, but we don't know what's going to happen. They may deny him as well.
Yeah, and you're former NYPD, so I want to talk to you about this facility where he's being held right now. This jail has been described as horrific, disgusting. I mean, how long could Diddy be in there if he is convicted? I mean, he's not going to be there in prison if he's convicted. It's a detention center where he's being held. But when you think about him being in there compared to what he's used to, look, he's allegedly committed all of these crimes. So many people say this is where he should be. But it's hard to believe that he's going to stay there. Do you think he's going to stay there?
No, he won't. What will happen is that he's there for his trial hasn't even started. The lawyers are talking about possibly having a trial with him later on, and that won't be until next year. MDC, I've heard the conditions are very difficult, they're deplorable. As you said, the maggots, the mice. I had some friends that work there, so they tell me that the conditions are kind of horrible. MCC closed, so all the prisoners now are going into MDC, the federal prisoners. But what happens is that after a while, when they get sentenced, they get moved. They get moved to prisons around the country. Now, from what I'm hearing today, it could be true or not true, I heard that he might have been moved to Newark.
No,
and taken
really?
out of MTC because they may have had that application go in, and it might have been granted to move him.
Wow, because we know that I'd heard Essex County, they had wanted, his attorneys had said, let's just get him out of here, get him to a facility that we can work better to get ready for his defense. But you heard that today?
I heard that today, that they might be moving to New Jersey.
Wow, okay. Well, and how does that work, New Jersey, if he's charged in New York?
It's okay. It's still a federal prison,
I see.
And they still have the jurisdiction. So they'll bring him back when they need to bring him back for trial or for his arraignment.
All right, so we have a new place to stake out. I was over there at that jail in Brooklyn earlier. So we'll see how this goes. We appreciate your perspective as always. And of course, we want people to pick up your book. Tell us about your book.
Notorious COP, and I'm writing a new one. I have a new book coming out. It's going to detail a lot more murders and a lot more things in the entertainment industry.
Okay, very good. The hip-hop cop, Derrick Parker, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Breaking news right here on our show on NewsNation. Thank you for that.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.